knew that one game of truth or dare could have led to this. Kokichi and Shuichi and all the gang play truth or dare, but when the person giving the dares knows all your secrets, it gets interesting fast. All the motives were in, and now something was coming. Truth or dare, the game where unexpected truths come out and things you have to do no matter how terrible. We're all sitting cross-legged in the gym, hooked up to lie detectors. We were all looking at each other with confused looks on our faces. Why are we here? What is going to happen to us? These were the two questions the majority of us were asking internally. Monokuma finally came to explain what the hell we were doing here in the first place, and why we were here in the first place.
Hello, everybody. I can see most of you are confused, which is exactly what I would expect,
he said with his terrible screeching voice.
What are you gonna do to us?
Tenko said, looking over at Himiko with a worried look on her face.
Yeah, why are we all here?
Is this a new motive?
Well, if you have all noticed, all of you are hooked to lie detectors. And today we are going to be playing Truth or Dare.
I could hear groans echo throughout the gymnasium, accompanied by a variety of gasps.
All right, I gave each one of you a paper list of people with a question or a dare to ask them. And keep in mind, I know all of your secrets. So let's get started, shall we?
He announced, causing me to roll my eyes before I realized. What if Saihara-chan finds out I like him? What will he say? Will he be disappointed?
All right, so Shuichi is going to start us off.
Monokuma said before Saihara-chan opened his paper nervously. Shit, I can just tell by the way Monokuma is looking at me and him something bad is going to happen.
Kokichi, truth or dare?
He asked, looking over at me with a blush on his face. Alright, I need to think through this. If I choose truth, I will have to answer whatever question he asks truthfully, and I hate telling the truth, so I think the best bet is dare. Maybe. I picked dare, Saihara-chan, I responded, trying to keep my fear under control.
Well, Kokichi, I dare you to sit next to me?
He asked, confused, looking down at his paper with wide eyes. All right, I thought you were going to give me a good dare, Saihara-chan, I said, getting up and switching spots with Kaito, who was originally next to him. But before I could say anything, Monokuma came over and pushed me and Saihara-chan closer to each other, so I was sitting on his lap. I tried to get off and apologize, only to be shocked by a collar that I just noticed was around my neck.
Oh, I forgot to mention that if you don't do a dare, you will be shocked until you do. And the voltage gets higher every time you disobey.
Monokuma said, looking at me with a smirk. My face was red, and I was holding onto Saihara-chan's torso, and keeping my head to his chest to make sure I didn't fall off and get shocked again.
Anyway.
Saihara started from behind me, causing my blush to increase. I tried to hide my face in his shirt. I hate when my face gets hot.
Kokichi, it's your turn to go,
he said, putting his arms around me to try to be comfortable. I assume. I'm not sure, but I'm not complaining. Oh, Kaito, truth or dare? I asked, trying to move my thoughts away from the warmth on my face, and the warmth from Saihara-chan, making my body want more of his affection. But I can't do that. I don't want to make him madder at me than he already is.
Truth?
He asked, sounding concerned, probably scared of getting shocked. Why did you want to become an astronaut? I asked, looking down at my paper, before folding it and putting it in my pocket, to only find Saihara's hand around my waist, causing me to blush even more. I looked over his shoulder and suppressed my blush before facing Kaito again to get his answer.
Well, there was this girl who was really into astrology, and I wanted to get to know her better. So I went and learned more about astrology, only to find out that I came to like it and wanted to go to space to see stars for myself. What are you laughing at?
Kaito asked, looking over at me with a glare. Oh, sorry, I just thought it was funny you found your passion after trying to impress a girl. I said before laughing.
It's not that,
he said before looking to the side with a slight blush on his face. After he said this, I could feel Saihara laugh from under me. I smiled. Why is he so cute?
Mew, truth or dare?
Kaito asked, trying to stop our laughter. Truth? Mew said nervously.
Well, why do you always want to upgrade and do checkups on Kibo?
He asked, causing her face to go bright red. Well, I like to invent things, and he is the most interesting and advanced technology I've seen. I learned so much from him, she said, stuttering and blushing. Kibo blushed as well from that comment. Anyway, I've been waiting for this, she yelled and turned her gaze to me and Saihara. Puichi, truth or dare? She asked, causing his face to heat up again.
Dare,
he said, sounding unusually confident. I didn't expect Saihara-chan to say dare. This is an interesting development. I dare you to kiss Kokichi, she yelled from across the room. I looked down at him only to see him with a super nervous expression. His face was so red it must have been burning hot. I sat there before deciding to make it easier for him. I leaned down so our faces were inches apart. I looked into his eyes, and he looked into mine, before the nervous expression he was wearing turned into a confident one, as he placed his lips onto mine. His kiss was absolute bliss. Even since I met him, I took a liking to him. When I had to sit on his lap, it just made my need for affection increase. I pushed my lips onto his with the same force as he did. He moved his hand into my hair, and I moved mine around his neck, putting my fingers in the base of his hair. His hair was really soft. I couldn't stop myself from tangling my fingers into his hair. I could tell he was smiling, and it caused me to smile as well. We stayed like that until we had to break apart for air, and I could tell, just like me, he didn't want it to end. I looked at him with my hand still in his hair and pulled him into a hug. I didn't expect you to do that, but I'm glad you did, I whispered into his ear, causing him to shudder.
You guys, this has already gotten boring. You were all free to leave.
Monokuma yelled, irritated that his plan didn't work. Saihara and I shared a look. His eyes were absolutely beautiful. I just want him, all of him, to myself. Who knew that one game of truth or dare could have led to this?